So now we'll be having another presentation, and this will be in a productivity track. So far, we had presentations in engineering and business track, and Javi Diaz, global brand champion at Acclaro, will be presented in productivity track. Hello, Javi. How are you?
Hey, how you guys doing? All good?
All good. 3 hours live, almost 3 hours. So yeah.
And you're about to take a break. And what is my friend Brian? You know that Brian and I were working together. He was my client when I was in MemSource. I follow him on Instagram big time, and I want to say hi to him. Where is he?
Brian will be in 1 hour. So
Oh, okay.
sorry
I
for
hope you see that.
disappointing you. It's still
No,
Brian
man, it's
hosting you.
amazing.
I hope you will enjoy it.
It's
Okay.
amazing. Thank you, guys. Yeah, thank you. So thank you. I should take the mic. Do you want to do some introductions? Let me know, bro.
Yeah, so let me just quickly tell about your presentation, and then you can get started. Now you can just prepare your presentation and share the screen. So guys, Javi will tell us about how to work from home in this post-COVID-19 era. I'm sure all of you already get used to this, and some people I know already hate these online meetings. They want to see people offline, sit together, have a coffee or lunch. But this is the reality, and yeah, let's try to enjoy it. Still, we have many opportunities came with these, and no borders, really, no borders right now. So this work from home is really a good, kind of result of this post-COVID-19 era. I see that many people join is okay. So 400 live attendees now. Javi, giving the mic to you.
Thanks.
Share
So
your
that's nothing.
screen.
All
Yeah,
right. But before I share the screen, I really want, like, whenever I do a presentation or introduction or one of my live shows, I really want to start these live shows with a thank you message. And first of all, I want to thank the audience, those 400 people that are here listening to me. It's amazing to have you here, guys. Thank you. I want to thank my parents, my family that are watching me as well. So thank you to all of them. Some friends of mine that are tuning in, especially Los Comprometidos. So to all of them, Mario, who's watching, there's a lot of friends of mine that has like, dude, we can't wait to see this. And also send a thank you message to Nir because his presentation was amazing. I don't know how I'm going to do that better, right? But on the other hand, I didn't come here to pitch you what Acclaro does. I know that Acclaro is the best LSP out there. We're a multi-million-dollar company. We have
okay, and here you start this.
no. It's not going that way. We have case studies. We have the big clients. So that's it. I came here because two main reasons. One, I really want to, as you said, let people know that there's ways and ways of connecting. And I want, on top of all, to make people think that there's more behind the typical stereotype of salesperson, of sales process, etc. Right? So those are my two main reasons why I'm doing this, right? Why I want to do this. So thank you message, reasons to do this. Can we start sharing them?
Yeah, Javi, thank you very much. It's the best introduction, very warm, and you love it. So
So,
yeah.
all right. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Javi. I am Spanish. Well, with this accent, where am I going to be from, right? I'm from Oviedo, a city in the north of Spain. I'm a lawyer. I have a law degree. I have a master's in international business. I've been around the world for almost 13 years so far. 5 years living in Germany, 5 years living here in Prague. I live in Prague, by the way. I'm a nomad, but today I find myself home in Prague. And I always like to call myself an advocate for millennials. You know, that generation that is supposed to take care of over the world in the next few years. And look at us, we are more prepared than our parents. We have been, we speak more languages, and in 10 years we've seen the world collapse twice, right? So since we millennials, I think we're trailblazers. We should be trailblazers. We should be people that find new ways of doing things. So I, as a representative of the millennials, I was saying, I'm trying to find a way to do business and to create community and to help in a very different way, right? Just a quick introduction. Like most of those 400 people that are watching, I landed in this industry per chance. I have been an entrepreneur. I created a company with a friend in Ukraine in 2013, which sank right away. After that, I was a tour guide in Munich. And now, perchance, thanks to Joseph, who is also watching, I landed in this industry when he hired me to work for a technology provider here in Prague, right? And I'm happy to say that I've been doing a little bit. I mean, I've been doing my job the way I'm going to present it today. And one of the coolest achievements that I got was like when there was this when Nimsi published last month a list of influencers. I was there and I was like, that's amazing, right? So yeah, thankful for that. I've been named an influencer in the industry, and thank you to all those who have voted and have done that, right? So this is my small introduction. I work for a company called Acclaro. Most of you probably know it. It's one of the big size LSPs from the United States, multi-million-dollar company, as I said. We work with some of the biggest brands out there. Now the real presentation is going to start. And I'm going to let you guys know one thing. I have worked on it in a way that it makes it very, very easy and happy to follow. And I thought I wanted to add something different because I am a different person. I like to do things in a different way. So I've added to every slide that I've done a picture that I have taken from my trips around the world, right? So let me start by the first question, right? The first slide. And you guys probably have seen the title of the Selling Without Selling, or as I like to call it, the Global Brand Champion Way, and have asked yourself, what on earth is a global brand champion, right? Who has hired a guy to be a global brand champion, right? So why this role? And I'm going to take you to the past, to when I started in the industry, or when I started. I'm a social person, and I like to connect, and I like to do sales, and I've always loved this. But I thought that I could do more. So when I was working in sales before this industry, or in this industry, I had the classical sales roles: business development manager, business development director, sales representative for whatever. But every year, following traditional methodologies of sales, I was able to sell above my targets every single year. Congratulated by the company. You can ask the two bosses that are here probably watching, they will confirm that. But I thought that since my message was very well accepted by people, and since my message, people would love it, I could take this sales role to a different level. So I said, and since I am a millennial, let me look for a title that goes more along with the way I'm doing things. So I said, let's be something that is global. Our industry is globalization. Brand, of course, representing the brand, and champion. So that's a very millennial title that I'm happy to carry around, right? And they've asked me, how do you do, like, is that a brand ambassador role? Is that the way you do easy sales? And I'm like, no, that's not it. Like the global brand champion is a very specific position. And I'm telling you 4 things that I noted down that a global brand champion has to have. First of all and foremost, you have to be kind to everybody, to prospective clients, to colleagues, to competitors, to everybody. Be kind, care about people, care about the people that you are talking to, care about the people that you're doing business with, care about your team, care about everybody. Solve problems. You have to solve problems all the time. Identify and solve those problems. And always, absolutely always, make new friends. All right, those are the 4 premises of the global brand champion. Let me add 2 more. I always show up. I'm always there. I am in all the conferences. Well, not in all. I'm trying to be in all the conferences. Last year, when traveling was allowed at the normal level, I was able to travel 170 days, bring positivity, identify business opportunities, help people in more than, I checked my statistics, in 28 different countries. So it wasn't bad, right? And there's another thing that you guys are going to tell me that I'm really crazy. I never pitch people. I think the pitch, and I wrote an article about this in February, pitching is a thing of the past. With all the information available, pitching is a thing of the past. So, and before I go to the next slide, I want to let you guys know about the methodology or the role of the global brand champion, in which size or which kind of company it fits. From my understanding, it fits every organization, from a huge company, I'm talking LSPs, of course, in our sector, to small companies. But if you allow me to give you an advice, it works perfectly in a mid-sized company. In a mid-sized company in which the global brand champion can focus on traveling, inspiring, connecting, solving problems. And then once the client is ready to buy, because in our industry, people don't talk about this all the time, but the buying cycles of the clients are very specific. And one of the mistakes that salespeople do is constantly go there and push, and that's bad. So when the client is ready, the global brand champion makes sure that along with the salesperson, the client has a great onboarding experience, right? And that's happening. That's happening all the time. So, and you can implement this role as well in small size opportunities, but in small size companies. But then the global brand champion or the selling without selling role would be a little bit like, I mean, would lose a little bit of its meaning because this person would have to continue the whole deal. Sorry, without the assistance of another member of the sales team, right? So that's it. This picture's cool. Took it in Greece the other day, and this one picture is I took it in Salt Lake City last year, exactly a year ago, when I went to visit my friend Jeff Beatty. The secret formula. Let me tell you something. Nowadays, in the last 10 years, we are going through one of the most difficult periods in the recent history of humankind, right? For everybody, in this industry, in other industries. So let me tell you the secret, the formula, and I couldn't have stressed this more. We salespeople are not allowed to hard sell. That's what we shouldn't do now. That's the secret formula. And I'm going to give you 3 things, or I'm going to be discussing about 3 things now in the next couple of slides, about 3 things that I think are the key to doing business in hard times as now, doing business the way I'm doing business, and working now, right? Because I think that I'm only talking about, it looks like I'm only talking about sales representatives from companies, but I've been speaking with lots of the leaders in the industry, and they tell me, dude, my job is basically selling internally. So if you're a localization manager, a VP of localization, or a member of the localization team in a company, you can use some of my secret formula. And I'm going to tell you the next things. I took this photo in Thailand last year. Connecting with people is the most important thing, from my understanding, that you can be there. As I said before, I noted that one of the most important aspects of of selling without selling or being a global brand champion is always being there. It's funny, like I've been called social butterfly, I've been called social icon of the localization industry. It's super funny. I love those things, but they make sense because I always show up in a conference in Silicon Valley. I always show up in a women in localization in Amsterdam. I show up to a local lunch in London, or I'm networking and having fun with localization leaders in New York, for example, right? Now it's difficult. You're telling me, wow, that's amazing for how the world was before, right? Or for how the situation was before. When you have lost all those ways, how are you doing it now, right? Well, I'm going to tell you something. Connect with your audience, connect with people, understand their problems, understand what they're going through, and not only. Sorry, I just got a phone call and I switched the phone off. My Amazon delivery is coming, so I cannot go pick it up. So connect with people, understand their problems, what they're going through, what they expect in the future. Like, and I shoot a video about this the other day. Probably those of you who follow me on LinkedIn have seen it. I was criticizing the way people try to connect with others and do business with when they send copy-pasted messages. We can take your website from 5 to 75 different languages with this. Yeah, I always want to reply, no one cares, right? That's how you want. That's not connecting from my understanding. I think connecting is caring about who you're talking to, building that relationship really close, using the platforms that are available nowadays when you cannot travel, approach in a nice way, and help be there. If I wrote down here as well, if you want to start doing this, it's never too late. You can start now. I mean, I'm lucky that I did this before, and now it's becoming it's incredible, but it's becoming very easy for me to create business opportunities for my company through conversations, through friendly conversations. It's amazing. But as I said, like, let me give you a couple of tips on this. Ask questions. That's the only tip I want to ask you. Like listen to the people that you are talking to. Listen to them. Really listen to them, and apply their feedback to your response to that, right? Second pillar of the selling without selling way, and second pillar of the global brand champion way is care. I do care. I care about my friends. I care about my people. I care about my community. are you spending enough time caring about those followers that you have? Are you spending enough time caring about your prospective clients as people? They have problems. They might have had, and now in these difficult times, a family member that is sick. They might have lost their jobs. Are you caring about them? I am caring, and it's working out super well. And and about caring, I also give a tip on this. Is I've never started. I started a conversation in which I care about somebody with a sales pitch or with a copy-pasted message. So that's another thing, right? This picture is from Greece. I also took it last week. By the way, I came back from Greece a week ago, and I'm going back on Friday. I can't wait to be there again. And it's another important thing that I pointed out at the very beginning: inspire. And I'm thrilled to write this. I love to write this because one of the, and I'm going to give you an example of what has happened to me, what's happening to me right now. I started the Loc Life event, which is a platform for localization people. It's an online event that we celebrate once a month, sponsored by, backed by Acclaro, by my company, in which we provide, we create panels of leaders or localization people, as I'm saying, to talk about and discuss life, career development, perspectives, things that are you know, that people watch. And as I said, I always give this the fun example: we're never there to talk how I implemented this machine translation thing or how amazing we are. No. I'm getting an engagement through inspiration, through providing a platform for people to talk about problems that they have, things that they have, things they do in the industry. And I get messages from prospective clients, from my boss, from colleagues, and from competitors saying, dude, what you're doing is so, I'm gonna read some messages that I got. Javi, you're inspiring me so much. Keep doing what you're doing. The other one is cool. At least through your posts, I can see the world. What do I have to do to get a job like yours? And be my friend. Those are amazing. And those people, I'm telling you from these 4 messages that I noted here, 2 of them have given me a business opportunity in the last 5 weeks. Isn't that cool? So inspire, try to inspire. If you are thinking, oh my God, I'm not an inspirational person, what am I gonna do to inspire? Let me give you 4 tips here. Focus on relationships within people. Focus and leave your ego behind. That's very important. I, my company, I, me. Oh yeah, for me it's important. For my company it's important. No, leave that behind. Leave that ego behind. Be enthusiastic. Show the people that you like what you're doing. I am loving what I'm doing. I created a way of life out of doing this. I couldn't live another way. And then, as I said before, listen and reply accordingly. This inspires people. I've been a hard listener before, but I'm evolving to become a much better listener. And since I'm applying these kind of things, it's working. All right. This sunset is in Cabrillo, California, taken on the 4th of July last year when I drove an amazing car to there. And then here's a super good one, right? If you want to apply, if you want to do the way, if you want to follow the way of the global brand champion or do business without selling, how about having a story to tell? Tell a story. You must be a storyteller. What is your story? Do you have a story? You can create your story, but be honest and be thankful and be true. All right. Don't create nothing that is that. That's me jumping on a temple the other day. So wanted to say, are you really going to spend time in building your story? Are you going to really spend time in using the platforms needed to expand it, to let your audience know that you're there and you're a trustworthy person, they can rely on you, you're nice, cool, and they can give you your business? I'm doing this. And now I took this picture here in Prague, where I live, one of my bike trips, just in the center. But I just wanted to put out there the importance of social media, especially now during the pandemics. How are you using social media? How are you using it? And let's talk about, we mainly use Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, right? If I tell you that I'm getting business meetings through Instagram, opportunities that are very big, would you believe me? How are you using social media? And I'm going to tell you, for the content that you're using, that you're providing to your audience. Another picture of Prague, the beautiful day that I took here. Let me give you some things about your content, right there. What kind of user of social media are you? Are you this kind of user that is home and resharing content and oh, I'm so proud of what my company did? I'm so proud of this achievement from somebody, so from a member of your company that you don't even know? Or are you creating content? Creating nice content, inspirational content? I'm mostly following the second. And when I do that, I try to add to my posts, to the things that I'm doing to create engage and to create, at the end, relationships and business opportunities, words like love. How do you see getting an email or a post signed with love, or spreading love, sending my love across the ocean, sending hugs? Does it sound weird? Well, it's working. Help. Help is the key word. Help, help, help. I'm here to help. I look forward to helping you. Ready to help when you are ready. This is the way to go. I also love these two words, being there. I can't wait to be there to meet you guys when traveling is allowed. I'm here for you anytime. I'm doing this for you. I'm here, right? That's another important, those are two important words that I always use because I feel that from the heart that this needs to be used more, right? Assisting, well, it's like help, right? It's a bit the same, right? And now I'm running out of time. I have 9 more minutes. So let me just quickly give you two things, quality versus quantity. And I'm referring to two things here. Quality versus quantity of your audience and quality versus quantity of your content. Hey, let's talk about the audience first. If you ask me, what would you prefer, quality or quantity of audience? Definitely no discussion in terms of audience, quality audience. It's better to have 30 engaged people, followers, call them as you want, friends, that love your post, that like with you, that having a non-organic 30,000 followers that engage through a bot. So quality of the audience is more important. And then regarding content, from my understanding, I think quantity. The more content you produce, the more content you share that you have produced, the more content you put out there, it's better, and it helps you measure the quality of the content that you're putting out there as well, right? So quality for the audience, remember this, better to have 20 nice followers that love you, that go with you anywhere, and quantity of content that you give them. They will judge, okay? That's very important as well, and you will learn about it. So between those two. Here, I'm gonna take 3 more minutes, so we have 5 minutes for questions. Tips. Hey, be organic, please be organic, always be organic. I just said it. People feel that you're using an agency bot, and I'm not against that. No, please don't. I'm not saying that. But people, when they see your posts, when they see the way you're working, when they see the things you're doing, they realize, they see that you are or you're not organic, right? So be organic. Nir said it before, don't be transactional. I am not transactional. I create and I build friendships that turn into business. Friendships are the key. Relationships are the key. Don't be transactional. Just, hey, don't do that. This is cool. Try to be a source of positivity and optimism. When you're around people, do that, show that. Be an energy giver, not an energy drainer. Don't take energy from them. Always spread it. I couldn't stress this one more. Reply fast, whether it's a prospective client, your boss, or a competitor. I get thousands of messages from competitors. I do 75 different languages for you. I reply, good for you, but I reply. So reply, okay? Fast. Be funny. Be funny. Be yourself. If you think the global brand champion way or the selling without selling way is not for you, don't do it. B, think, as I said at the very beginning, and try to do it, but be yourself. Do what makes you happy. And this is number one for me. I learned to not complain about stuff and accept things how they are, and keep pushing, right? And as you saw, always be thankful. I started my talk being thankful. Being thankful is sexy. People love a thank you message. Always be thankful. It's better to say thanks more times in your emails, in your posts, than not saying it, okay? Thank you. As you see another time, thank you. Please follow me on Instagram. Lohengrin Javi is the name of Wagner's opera, which is my favorite opera, The Night of the Grail / Javi. LinkedIn, Connect with me on LinkedIn right now. If you have questions, I don't have time to answer them here. Connect with me on LinkedIn, Javier Diaz Fernandez Carvajal. There's no other Javier Diaz Fernandez Carvajal in the world. There's no other global brand champion. Look for me there. I'm happy to share thoughts. I'm happy to share, ideas. And the last but not least, and this I added yesterday, and I didn't tell the guys at Acclaro, at Smartcat, I have the next session of Loc Life, which is, as I said, it's the next, it's the platform that we at Acclaro have enabled for leaders and for localization people to talk about life. It's taking place tomorrow at 12:15 p.m. Eastern Coast, and at 6:15 this time. And we have an amazing panel with, we have a gay panel. We have a panel with Terence from Starbucks. We have a panel with Patrick.
Heavy. It's long.
That's it.
Long
Okay,
so
so
yeah,
please go to our website and register. Thank you. That's all.
Yeah. So, Heavy, after your presentation, I have no doubts that you can sell without selling, even through TikTok.
No.
pulled a lot of energy on us, and I see.
I just miss my Amazon thing, man. They have to come now.
Yeah. Okay, so many people sharing very, very good, kind of messages in the chat. You have many fans now already. I really like the thing that you said about the help. Always help people. One of the first messages I sent when someone adding me in LinkedIn, I'm just saying, "Hey, how can I help you?" So really, I like this, and totally agree with you. So let's take a look on the questions that we have in our Q&A, and I will help you to read them. So, many messages about loving you, really passionate about your presentation. So question for Heavy from Iran: how do you stay organic and less transactional when more and more enterprises use impersonal automated communication channels to replace traditional ones?
You know how you do this? By sitting down in the morning every day and thinking, oh, what goes through my mind right now? Oh, let's create something around that. I have a thought, like I've seen that I received a bunch of automated messages now. Let's do a post on how that doesn't help people connect or do business, right? For example, that's an idea, right? And the community of, I don't want to call them followers because they're friends. They like it. They like the touch on this, right? So it's cool and it's working.
Another question from France Tiro: always showing up is costly for small and mid-sized businesses. Do you have more advices for us who have to connect to clients via email with the three main ideas you have?
Yeah, don't use your email. Use social media. That's how I want you to connect. And use several platforms, because one might change its algorithm in 2 years, and then your business is going down the drain, right? So you gotta find balance between both of them, right? Or whatever, right? But be an experienced social media user. Totally into that. Create content. That's what you gotta do, and add people to your network, nurture them, be nice, be kind. That's it.
And there was a very funny question in the chat. Someone said, how to be so energized if you are not from Southwest European country?
Oh my God, I'm from the north of Spain, and I see a question there from Joseph, my ex-boss, my first boss in the industry. Where do you find your energy? He knows well. I love that guy.
Okay, Heavy, thank you very much for joining us today. It's time for us to run the poll. Yeah, really great presentation. You energized everybody for the rest. How many hours we have? 8 hours, more than 8 hours. So guys, you're fully energized now, and yeah.